I look around, I look about how much exposure Chris Haskins has. I'm amazed that I walk outside so much. I got so much. I mean, it's just a lot. You think about this stuff.
I do, and especially since we live in a country that is so sue happy, lawsuit happy.
Litigious.
Yeah. And I'll give you a situation that happened to me. The first time I got sued, it was $1 million, and I was scared
So
sick.
what?
The tenant said the hot water was too hot, and she was in the tub. She turned on the hot water. It was so hot. She jumped out of the tub and hit her knee against the toilet.
Wow. I didn't know it
That-
could be too hot.
yeah, that was her argument, at least. So, you know, just so happens.
What the hell?
Yeah. So that's what she sued me for. But she was also a tenant that I was in the process of evicting.
Oh, y'all was beefing already.
Yeah, I was in the process of evicting over a year, and the judge had given us several chances to go find a different place, and every time she kept coming in with a different excuse. And now I see her walking in with a cane, and I look at my attorney. I says, I don't know what I did, but I guess I'm getting sued. He says, oh yeah, you definitely getting sued. Right? So she tells the judge that story, and
You are a piece of crap anyway, by the way. Go ahead.
yeah, right, exactly. So when I get back to my office, I happen to have a letter from the buildings department saying they violated me because the hot water was too hot. So I called the buildings department. I said, well, how do I get this removed? And they said, well, you got to lower the hot water heater and you got to give us access. You got to lower the temperature in the hot water heater. So I said, okay. So I said, I did it. I didn't do it yet, but I wanted to get the appointment as soon as possible. And he told me, all right, well, I'll be there. Like, it was like somebody would be there. So the same inspector would come back, I think, at the end of that week. So, but I did then leave my office immediately after that phone call and lower the water heater temperature.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? I'm going to lower this thing to like the
90.
first one, like right before the first one. So now,
That's
now,
gonna be too cold.
right now she calls me and says, oh, it's only hot for like a minute. I said, why are you calling me? You represent it. Call your attorney. I ain't speaking to you.
Oh snap!
So then her attorney calls me, and I said, why are you calling me? I'm represented. Why? You don't have no reason to call me. Call my attorney. But now it's the weekend, right? So now the the inspector does come out. Same inspector says to me, I said, listen, you gave me a violation, but how hot was it? He goes, well, it was hot. It was steaming. I saw the steam coming out. I said, but again, how hot was it? Aren't you supposed to have put it back then? They used to use thermometers, not like the laser they have today. And he said, no, I didn't do that. I said, so you don't have a temperature gauge. You don't have, so you don't know if it was too hot. You assume it was too hot. And he says, well, he goes, listen, I know you're having problems with her. She already told me, I go through this all the time. She said, but you got to raise the hot water because it's not enough hot. You got to raise the temperature because it's not enough hot water. So I said, okay, look, I'm going to do that. I said, but I want you to put on the report with your badge number what you told me to raise it to. Because when she sues me again saying that it was way too hot, right? I'm going to tell the judge I only did it according to the buildings department inspector, and this is his badge number and his name. He turns around and says, as far as I'm concerned, it's hot enough. I'm out of it. So I never raised the hot water temperature ever again.
He don't want to be on the hook for that, does he?
No.
What
So
John told me, this is exact. You know what? That's why I love getting permits and inspections. I did exactly what they told me to do. Don't talk to me. I love it, Dan.
I did what they told me to do. You want to sue me? Sue the buildings department, not me. I just did what I was told to do by the city of New York. Department.
You know what? That is such a corporate America thing, right?
Yep.
And we usually, being entrepreneurs, we usually hate that stuff.
We're usually on the opposite end of that crap.
Yeah. I just did, man. It passed inspection. Here's my report. That's what the man told me to do. So go talk to them. Don't talk to me.
Exactly. So I guess, guys, the lesson learned is I do everything by the book. So that when I do have problems, I could point the blame at the book, who's ever administering those codes and the book, the book, right? So that's why you do it that way.
Look, round up, homies. Hey, we got Bum Juice Network. Greetings, class. It's Dan Borrero and Kris Haskins. Every Sunday night, we go live to bring you value, to help put an action plan together for your real estate and entrepreneurial ventures. If you've got a question or you have something that you want some help with, this is going to be the only time you're going to get Dan and I together for free. And actually, you can't even get neither one of us by ourselves for free now. But today, if you got a question, hit the button to come on live with us. It's a button. In fact, let me send you the thing you can come on. Oh, Dan. I'll be right back. Let me go grab the link so I can put it in the chat.
You're gonna sign off and come back in, you mean?
No, I just gotta swipe up. I'll be right back. I gotta get the thing. But it might.
Well, I could still stay on if you're gonna swipe up. Hello. You guys still there? So if you have any questions, by all means, please put it in the chat. Or what you can do is just click on that live button that Kris is setting up right now, and you come on live with us. We were just on Instagram. Gentleman was just on there with us, asking us some serious questions. He was on us with like 30 minutes with us. And the reality is he was able to get two different perspectives from both Kris Haskins and myself. And we are real estate investors. Kris has been in the game since 2004. I've been in the game since 1989. And I hate saying in the game, or even the hustle. I say we've been in the excitement, the privilege of the chase of the deal, right? So by all means, please feel free to put your questions in the chat or come on live and ask us directly. Blessing, it's Israel from Orlando, Florida. Thanks for for the content, Kris. Kris Haskins was putting out tons of content. Deborah Jackson says, hi, Dan. Hello to you, Deborah.